If you're running the Panama Canal, you spend a lot of time looking at this. This is an app that the head of the canal showed me the water level on Lake Gatun. This is a human-made lake at the center of the Panama Canal system. This crucial waterway that connects the Atlantic to the Pacific. It allows ships to make a shortcut through Central America, and it's at the heart of the global economy. In this new era of climate change, a drought in the Panama Canal system lowered water levels in Lake Gatun and forced the canal authorities to limit the numbers of ships passing through the canal. Normally, you can move 38 ships through the canal on any given day. In December, they were limiting that to 22 a day. This was the first time in the 100-plus year history of the canal that they actually had to limit traffic through the canal. I went down to Panama and traveled with the photographer Federico Rios so that we could explore what the Panama Canal is doing to limit its vulnerability to drought in the future. The situation is largely back to normal because the rains have come heavy since May, and it looks like the drought is behind us for the time being. But the people running the canal get that this is really just a momentary pause. So they're very aggressively looking for ways to expand water storage. This Panama Canal system is the source of drinking water for roughly half the country. They can't just let seawater in to replenish the supply, or they would turn the lake into a saltwater body and they diminish drinking water. So they're trying to build another dam on the Rio Indio. It would be built on a section of the river in the middle of the jungle in an area where a couple thousand people live. So the idea that we're going to flood the ground and push 2,000 people out of the way to expand the canal is a source of real controversy. There was a Supreme Court decision in July that clarified that this part of the watershed really is under the control of the Panama Canal Authority. But they're very sensitive to the fact that the history of this American-built canal, I mean, this goes back to American colonialism, really, is one of dislocation and conflict, and they want to win the assent of the people living in harm's way. But that's a lot of work to be done. What I found out is that you need a lot of water to keep the global economy going, and fresh water is something that you can't take for granted, not even in Panama, which is one of the wettest places on Earth.